Angels, it's Alyssa from Holistic Angels here to do our weekly energy card reading. This week I'm going to be using the Archangel cards by Doreen Virtue to see what energies are going on around for us. There's been a lot of shifts, a lot of changes for a lot of us lately. We've had so many retrogrades, it's unbelievable, and we are still in Mercury in retrograde, so still keeping our eyes out on technology, but not getting too stressed and worried about it. So we'll pull 3 cards from the Archangels deck, and then we're going to end the reading with a card from the Stewart Pearce deck, which is the Angel Heart Sigils deck. So let's get straight into our reading, shall we? So I've put our intentions into these cards, that they're going to be messages that are going to help us all and support us all on our paths this week. So there's our first card. Oh, the second card was kind of keen, and the third and final card, this one, right. So let's check out what card comes up for us for the beginning of the week. So this will be for Monday and Tuesday, and the card that comes up is Brilliant Idea, and it's represented by Archangel Uriel, and it says, yes, your idea is divinely guided. Please take action to bring your idea into fruition. If you've been getting some intense ideas lately, it's saying to you that this isn't just a pipe dream, okay? Like, you may be getting ideas like you did when you were a child, when you have that sense of play and that sense of childlike wonder, and people around you when you were a child may have said, oh, you know, isn't he cute, or isn't she cute playing with her toys or his toys? But really what you were doing is you were creating, you were really adept at creating this reality. And yes, whilst it was a game, life can be like that. And not to take away from the importance of our journeys in life, but we can see our lives as that kind of game and approach it that way, not disregarding other people's feelings, but if we can just approach our tasks with that sense of wonder and that sense of joy and optimism, really. The idea that anything's possible. And these are brilliant ideas that you are receiving, so it's time to act upon them. And Archangel Uriel's the angel that's really helping you anchor those ideas into some sort of reality for you. So as we move into the middle of the week, Wednesday and Thursday, Uriel makes an appearance again with this card, Claircognizance. Claircognizance is when we have thoughts and ideas, so it goes really well with the beginning of the week. They're kind of like those psychic thoughts and ideas, but they can also be divinely given ideas. And it says here, pay attention to thoughts and ideas that come to you as their answers to your prayers. It's just reiterating the beginning of the week. You have to pay attention to these thoughts now. The thoughts that come to you with love and that feel high vibrational, pay attention to those and put all your focus upon those, because the ideas that come to you that are a bit doubtful or berate you, that's coming from your ego, and you really don't want to pay attention to that, because it'll just stop you. It'll just stop you from starting, because you'll be feeling like, you know, thoughts like, oh, I'm not qualified, or oh, I'm not, I don't have the resources, or you don't want to pay attention to those thoughts. That is your ego. The ego gets frightened when you start to live your path, because there is a sense of vulnerability, right? When you start to really own who you are and you start to really make heart-centered decisions and listening to that divine guidance, there is a huge element of vulnerability, because yes, you know, a lot of us have that thought in the back of our head that says it could go wrong. That again is the ego. Don't focus on that. Focus on your brilliant ideas. Reach out to people or mentors if you need help in bringing those into fruition. But that's pretty much the message for this week. And we finish off the end of the week with Archangel Raphael. And the message is breathe. And it says, take several breaths and exhale slowly to awaken your energy and to release old patterns. Breath is so key. We can heal a lot of stuff with breath. And by that, I also mean those stress levels. You know, if you feel stressed, if you're getting frustrated or feeling overwhelmed, or that panic creeps in, focus on your breath. we've spoke about before, if you breathe in for 4 and exhale for 4, or whatever you can manage, just allow that breath to sort of wash over you like waves upon a shore. If you imagine that someone had written a word in the sand, and then as the waves brush in and out, they take that word away. And so if your word is, I feel fearful, you can imagine that that word is on the beach, and then the waves, which represent your breath, are just rolling in and out and washing whatever that word is that is bothering you away. So you can use breath in that way in visualization, or you can simply just take that time out. Step out of the office or step out of the house and just breathe. You'll be amazed at how much it helps you. A lot of us are walking around and we're just not breathing properly. We're just not using all of our diaphragm, right? And it's important to do that because that's what keeps us really grounded and centered. We breathe that life force energy into ourselves. And so you could also envision it in that respect. So that's our reading for the week. Brilliant idea. Listen to your claircognizant abilities, your ideas, and then use breath to help you ground and release and relax yourself. So now we're going to pull one of these cards from the Stewart Pearce Heart Sigil deck, and we'll see which angel is working very closely with us for the rest of this week. So this card wants to pop out. So the card that comes up is Gabriel, and it's illumination. Remember I said that these cards have words on the bottom that we can also focus on. Archangel Gabriel is a really great angel to work with if you have creative projects that you're starting. For example, if you're a writer, a musician, an artist, really allowing those creative juices to flow through. But she or he, angels don't really have a gender, but I always see Gabriel as male. A lot of people see Gabriel as female, and that's okay. But this wonderful angel can really help you to share your message. So it could be in the form of speaking, communicating that way, or it could be bringing these ideas into fruition, helping you share that message. She works very well with Archangel Uriel, so that's something to consider. But the word on this card is illumination. And there's a group of these people all kind of gathered around this lamp. And to me, what I'm getting from this card is that sometimes we all go through this period where we are really looking deeply into the shadow aspect of ourselves. This isn't anything to be afraid of. It's just the part of ourselves that we may suppress, push down, because it may be a little painful to look into. A lot of people call this the dark night of the soul, where you begin to do that deep inner healing work, where you begin to bring stuff up, maybe from the past, maybe aspects of your personality that you want to change, maybe things that you see as flaws or hurts that have happened to you, or betrayals that you've faced. I know that sounds like a lot of heavy stuff, but those things need to be brought into the light. And what can happen on your spiritual path is you start off kind of learning different modalities, right? And you're really learning how to raise your vibration and think positive thoughts and all that good stuff. And you'll continue to do that. But there will come a point on your path, you may have already reached this, you may have already been through it, where now you've thought, okay, I have all these tools and I feel like I'm ready enough to dive deep into myself and bring that high vibrational energy into maybe the darker aspects of myself that I've suppressed, into the aspects of myself that I'd rather forget about, because now you're in an empowered place to do that because you have firm foundations in place. So if you're just starting out on your path, maybe this isn't the right time for you to do that deep inner soul searching. Things can trigger this deep inner soul searching. Things like grief and loss of any respect can trigger you to want to dive deep into yourself, and you're asking yourself big questions like, what's the meaning of life? for me personally. What is my purpose? Why am I on it? Why did I choose to come to this planet? What am I serving to people, and how can I help the world? Those are deep questions, and we can't really answer those questions for ourselves unless we do dive deep into ourselves. So I know that this seems like there's a lot to this card, but don't worry, you're not walking this path on your own. Archangel Gabriel, who's really known as one of the loudest archangels in terms of stories and scripture that you hear about. Gabriel's the angel that goes to certain prophets and helps them to expand and to grow. Well, this angel's also helping you on your own personal mission to expand and to grow and to illuminate maybe those aspects of yourself that feel a bit shadowy, that you haven't visited for a while. But you're not alone in terms of going into this. Your angels are a great support, but also you're not alone in terms of you're the only person that's had to go through this. There'll be other people that have gone through this, and it can be a painful process and it can take a while, and a lot of people don't always talk about it openly because it is a very personal journey. But if you're finding yourself going through those shadowy aspects of yourself, and it could be as simple as something somebody said to you years ago starts to play on your mind a little bit. That's the kind of calling that needs to be healed and illuminated, and you do that with your own power. You're going to radiate the power that you're channeling, and you're going to illuminate those aspects of yourself to feel more whole and feel more grounded and centered, and have more passion, more creativity, feeling more empowered. So great things are going to come from this period of time, even though the short-term effects may be painful and a little bit difficult or quite difficult. The long-term effects of you doing that work will be really profound, and you'll be able to help other people if you feel called to do that as well. So I hope that you guys have enjoyed the reading this week. I'm wishing you a wonderful week. I'm so glad that a lot of you guys are liking the nature chats videos that I'm doing outdoors. I'll be sure to do another one this week, and if you have any topics that you want me to go into in videos, I'm more than happy to accommodate you. So you can send me a private message, or you can leave that in the comments below. I'd love to hear what you want to hear about and to see how I can serve you in that way. So until we speak again next week, I'm sending you so much love and happiness, abundance, joy. If you're going through this dark period, just know that you're loved and you're protected. And I'll speak to you very soon. Lots of love, Alyssa.